Hello, everyone, and welcome to Someone Six Sports Blizzard podcast. I'm Robbie, the host, and today I got my friend Jonathan, and we're gonna talk about the Bandits and the Sabres.
We'll start out with a good team, the Bandits. Yesterday they defeated the Halifax Thunderbirds 15-12. They clinched first place in the NLL. There are no divisions, so it's just first place in the entire NLL, which is a unique sports format. To have no divisions, just have one big league and that's it. Kyle Buchanan had 4 goals. Dane Smith had 10 assists and 11 points. So overall, just kind of an excited back and forth game against a very good Halifax team, which I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bandits face the final in the playoffs. And yeah, we'll see if they can complete the third straight championship.
Yeah, they. I mean, that game yesterday it looked tight. I was watching it, and um, like the first half they looked, like tight. They were playing hard, and um I mean I thought like, oh no, the Bandits aren't going to get the 1 seed, but they proved me wrong, and they won the game.
Tight, honestly, I think that's what we can expect for the playoffs. I mean, the Buffalo Bandits have the best record at 13-4, but really, it is going to be a toss up. I mean, Saskatchewan, Halifax, Vancouver, Rochester. I mean, the Bandits are on paper the best team in the National Lacrosse League. But this spring, they're going to attempt to do something that is just so rare in sports: win 3 championships in a row. Only one team in the history of the National Lacrosse League has won 3 in a row, and that was the Rochester Nighthawks from 2012 to 2014. In the Big Four sports, it hasn't happened in a quarter century. Last time it happened in the NBA, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal Lakers from 2000 to 2002. Major League Baseball, Yankees from 1998 to 2000. NHL, they go back even further to the early 1980s, 40 years ago. The Islanders did 4 in a row. And the Kansas City Chiefs had a chance to be the first ever team to win 3 in a row, and they got crushed by Philadelphia. But what do you think? Do you think Buffalo can do it? Or do you think Buffalo's going to do it?
The Buffalo Bandits, you mean? Like the Bandits
The
can
Bandits,
beat.
yes. Do you think the Bandits are going to? Do you think the Bandits are going to win? Become the second team in NL history to win 3 in a row?
I mean, I think they got the team to do it. I think they got the right uh guys to do it, and they got the right coach to get them to the promised land and get them into the championship.
I mean, yes, I do. I think. I think that's a good point. Everything's intact. They have Dane Smith and Josh Byrne, are two of the best forwards in the league. They have Matt Vink, the the best goalie in the league. I guess the only reason for pessimism is like, well, law of averages. So it's like it's gonna be with what we saw yesterday. I think we're gonna see the playoffs. Just a real close, real tight nail biter, and just it's gonna come down. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it was both games, but the last 2 finals, the Bandits won it with ease. But this year, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's gonna be a little bit tighter. But I think the Bandits will do it. I think they have the talent to do it.
I I feel the same way. I think the Bandits can do it
Hmm.
and get themselves into the championship game and win it. But it seems like the the Bills, you know, they they get to the AFC Championship, and then they can't get to the Super Bowl.
I mean, as I told so I went to the game with my mother, with both my brothers and my girlfriends. It was the first game for my mom, for my younger brother, my older brother, and my girlfriend. I told my younger brother, we're pretty much the Kansas City Chiefs of the NLL. But then I'm like, Kansas City got crushed in the Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the Bandits are pretty much the Chiefs, but that's the point with the Bills. I mean, yeah, it is real tough to win a championship. The Bills have done almost everything right, but they just can't get past those pesky Chiefs. But you know what?
And
What?
and speaking of the Sabres, the Tampa Bay Lightning just scored to make it 7-3, I think.
Yeah, I was talking about the good teams of Buffalo, the Bills, the Bandits. Now the good time to switch to the Sabres. Sabres have missed the playoffs for the 14th year in a
14th
row.
straight year in a row, yeah.
But I don't know. They have been playing much better at late. It's too little, too late. But until 3 nights ago, when they lost Columbus, they lost to Florida overtime. Now they were playing better. They had like an 8-2 stretch. I was going to ask you, do you think that stretch makes you more optimistic for the future?
I mean, I think for the future, yes. But they have to find a GM, I think.
I agree. I mean, yes, there are some good signs. 5-on-5, they're one of the best teams in the league. If they have if they can get fix their power play, they would have a dangerous offense. But at the end of the day, fans just have no faith in this general manager to get the job done. I mean, the defense is too weak. Goaltending suspect. Power play stinks. That's why they missed the playoffs. I mean, there are some good signs. They could turn this around, but I mean, it's just as I told two goalies, one mic. I mean, there are positive signs, but I don't know.
My friend Dwayne over there.
Yeah, I talked with Dwayne on two goalies, one mic. So here's the thing with the Sabres. Outside of that 13-game losing streak, they have played at an 88-point pace the rest of the season, which would get them just maybe in the playoffs, maybe just outside the playoffs. So you could argue that this is an average team that had a bad month. But still, I still think Kevin Adams should be fired. Although I saw they had a survey among season ticket holders, and they asked the questions: do you have faith in Kevin Adams or Terry Pagula? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest. And of course, the majority of them voted 1 for both Adams and Pagula, and we have no faith. Yet, when these fans were asked, when did the Sabres return to the playoffs, most said within a year or two.
Yeah. That's true. And I mean, I've been talking to this guy, Akeem, from Built in Buffalo. Him and I've been talking because um like we have a good thing going between us, and um like we like to talk about the Bills, um and he also likes baseball. He's a Mets fan. Go Mets. Oh no.
Uh, excuse me. Well, the Yankees lost today to the Giants. I mean, I had some high optimism for the Yankees this year that they could get back to the World Series, but then they lose Stanton and Garrett Cole, so that pretty much killed any optimism I had for the Yankees.
Yeah. And um like the Sabres and the Bandits. Well, I think I think the Bandits have a better chance of winning another cup before the Sabres get one.
Of course, I mean, yes, I mean, yes, the Bandits are pretty much right. The Bandits have what the best, the best team in the NLL. Sabres are just mediocre. Eventually,
Hey,
hi Akeem, we were just talking about you. Yeah, talking about the
yeah,
Sabres, the Bandits, and yes, pretty much. I pretty much stopped watching the Sabres. I'm really excited for the Bandits. I think they have the talent to win three in a row. Although, as I said,
yeah,
as good as they are, it's going to be extremely difficult
yeah,
because we saw with the Chiefs.
yeah, and I mean it seems um like the whole National Lacrosse League is watching us too.
Yeah, they keep building. They keep getting high. They keep getting high draft picks. They Saskatchewan looks dangerous. Halifax. It was a nail biter game. Randy Stats had 4 goals.
Oh yeah, Stouts. Yeah, I
Stats. I'm
mean,
gonna say
I mean the, I mean those guys are I mean, Akeem, you got anything to say?
So, Robbie, do you think the Bills did enough? Do you think the Bills are going to the Super Bowl this year? Do you think they did enough to surpass Kansas City? Wait for Hakeem to talk first.
I think I think this year without Von Miller and without well and then adding Greg Russo.
Hello, Richard.
Hi Richard Rush. I think that
I do like I do like the additions they added. I like Joey Bosa. Um,
yeah, yeah, I like
I
that
like Michael
addition.
Hoect.
Hoyt.
I like Hoyt. Yeah. The only downside is their names are hard to pronounce. I keep confusing Michael Hoyt with former Sabres Jochen Hest. Larry Ogunjobi.
Oh,
Hoyt and Ogunjobi. They are
oh,
hard names to pronounce,
yeah, true,
they
true. I
but they are
agree.
good defensive signings. The Bills really needed to improve that defense, and I think, yeah, there's a big question about Joey Bosa. Can he stay healthy? But if he does, look out, Kansas City, who got obliterated, who had the offensive line get worse.
I mean, I hope that that the Bills have a good draft in a few weeks when the draft comes up on the 24th. If I'm correct,
Yes,
Thursday, April 24th.
yeah. So, yeah, that's the key. They gotta nail this draft. Most of Brandon Bean has done pretty good. Oh, what Candy? Thank you for supporting our show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has Kyra Elam was a big bust, so I think I'm hoping they can find a stud safety at first round. Pretty
Oh,
much that's all. Wide receiver and defense,
yeah.
and they needed to smart because Brandon Bean was getting universal praise for Ogunjobi and Hoax until they got a 6-game suspension for PEDs.
Oh,
But
you mean Hoyt?
Hoyt, and Ogunjobi, I'll get that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
good signings, and they got suspended for PED. So we need to find a backup that will step up for those 6 games.
yeah. Do you think Greg Russo can do it?
Yeah, I really like what I've seen from Groot. So
What about Christian Benford?
Bedford, I think he's really an underrated talent, and yeah, that's the thing. We have a lot of underrated talent. We have a lot of they have young up and coming guys, and I think they will step up.
Um, the Buffalo Sabres just scored. It is now 7-4.
That's been the story. Who just scored?
Sam Lafferty.
That's been the story of the Sabres recently. It's just so ironic. The Bills, the Sabres, and I posted on Twitter. The Bills, the Sabres, and the Yankees. They have good offenses. I mean, the Sabres need to fix the power play,
Yeah,
but the Yankees with their batting, the Bills with Josh Allen, they can put the three teams we look. These three teams they can put points on the board, but they
and
cannot stop the other team from getting points.
and the Bandits have Josh Byrne and Dane Smith who can score.
Now, the Bandits, yeah, that's true. But the Bandits have defense. They have a great goalie in Matt Vink. The Yankees need to improve the pitching, and the Sabres need to improve the goaltending and the defense. Hopefully, the Bills did improve their defense with the moves that need to be made. But yeah, seems like all
Yeah,
teams we root for, they have great offenses. So do the Amers. The Amers have a great offense. Well, the Amers
yeah,
have a good goalie, Devin Levi. That's the
yeah,
play now in the spring. That's the player to look forward to, Devin Levi.
yeah. And like, do you think the Sabres are actually gonna bring him to the club next year? Or
Yes.
or do you think he stays down in Rochester again?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, they desperate they desperately need a goalie because I don't know if we can trust Ruka, but he might need another year in Rochester. I mean,
And
I think the kids
yeah, UPL does not look good. Reimer, like he looks good,
Reimer.
but he's getting up there in age too.
Yeah, one of the reasons why the Sabres have played so much better is because of Reimer. I mean, if they had, I think that's that 13-game losing streak. If they had halfway decent goaltending, if they were able to settle down and stop that blown lead versus Colorado and all those other blown leads, the drought would be over. Again, this you look at the Sabres. There are some good pieces. There are some reasons for excitement, but there simply is not enough. That more needs to be done in this offseason, and I don't trust this general manager to get it done.
I think they have to do something with the GM or
Yeah,
they,
but Pagula just has not gotten it right with the general manager. I mean, first Murray, then Botterill, then Adams. Just none of them have worked out for the Sabres. He struck gold with Brandon Bean, but it just hasn't happened to Sabres. They need someone with experience. Maybe like someone like Ken Holland, like experienced president of hockey operations, just to repair this franchise.
true. And and I just found out the Bandits next home game is April 25th. But I don't know who the opponent is yet. Or
I'm not sure, but since they added the NLL format, I forgot how many teams make the playoffs in this no division format. I think it's like 8 or something. Let me look it up. So as of right now, these teams have clinched a playoff spot. Let me look at the standings, and then why is this thing so slow? We will find out their opponent a few next week. So as of right now, Buffalo, Saskatchewan, Halifax, Vancouver, and Rochester have all clinched playoff berths. Actually, only two teams are eliminated: Toronto and Las Vegas. It looks the Buffalo Bats could have a wide variety of opponents they could be facing in round one: Calgary, Georgia, San Diego, Ottawa, Colorado, Albany, Philadelphia.
Let's see. They play Georgia next Saturday in Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty much rest your starters. I don't know how it works in the NLL, but if it was to be a meaningless, just rest your starters day, just get ready for the playoffs. Put think don't put your don't risk injuries. Just
Oh, and speaking of which, there's my producer Logan. Go Bandits! Let's go. Yeah, that's my other producer. Logan, if you want to jump backstage, go ahead. Yeah. I mean, I think I think this might be the year the Bandits three-peat.
three-peat. So yeah, so it's the same as last year. So top 8 teams will make the playoffs. Hello. So let me like I said, there's a whole hodgepodge of teams that could possibly make it. So Buffalo Bats clinch the number 1 seed. They'll have home field advantage, turf advantage at the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the playoffs we're getting right now, they would face the San Diego Seals. So it's that'll be a single elimination. Semifinals will be best 2 out of 3, and then the finals will be best 2 out of 3 on
Yeah. And um hmm.
yeah. So, as I said earlier, Logan, it's whoever they draw is not going to be an easy matchup. I mean, Bandits are the best team in the NLL, but as the Chiefs showed us, it is extremely difficult to three-peat.
That's true. And if there's any other commenters out there before we end the show here, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. Logan says, "I think we got the talent to three-peat."
I mean, they have the talent to do so. Yeah, this is probably the best. This is probably on paper the best team in the NLL. But the team of the best talent doesn't always win.
And I mean, I hope the Bandits do it. I mean, if they do it, that'd be awesome because, I mean, like the Sabres. I mean, they had good teams back in the 2000s, but then they just fell
And they
apart.
lost it. They lost it, and then They lost Brewer and Drury, and then Terry Pagula
Yeah,
bought the team, and then 14 years of the playoffs.
yeah, and that hurts as a Buffalo sports fan. Like having two good teams and one team that's been
Bad, but yeah, I think eventually the law of averages kept. Yeah, they let Trinity. As I said, there are some nice pieces. Top 5-on-5 scoring, they're one of the best teams in the league, but they lack the identity. They're the youngest team in the league. They need some veteran presence to teach these kids not to panic and not to blow.
true. Um, I mean, I think that
You know what?
so. How do you think Sabres are going to approach the offseason?
I don't know. I mean, I know what it needs to be done, but I don't know if they have the salary cap space or the resources to get it done. Just they should just be focused on deep on most end. First thing to do if I was going to say is just fire Seth Apper, get a power play specialist. This could be a great offense if they had a great power play. They
I wouldn't
find a.
I wouldn't fire Seth Appert. I would move him up. I would move him like to head coach or something.
I think Ruff will get one more year,
Yeah.
but we need a power play specialist. Kevin Ab should definitely be fired. I think they need they said just that is from there. Just improve the defense.
Do
Find a veteran goalie and then improve the defense.
do do you think they should clean house?
Yes, Adams should be fired. Ruff. I think Lindy Ruff could possibly be like a consultant or maybe even I even hear rumors that if Tula doesn't want to fire Adams, make him a president of hockey ops, maybe get some consultants below him, get some veteran so they'll teach Adams like what needs to be done.
Whoa, something glitched. um.
We'll approach the 30-minute mark, so just kind of wrap it up.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, during the Bill season on Sundays, or anytime during the Bill season, or Saber season, or Bandits, um, you can find my content at 716blizzard on Instagram and also on X.
You can follow me on Twitter, Threads, and on Blue Sky at JRed Show.
Thank you everyone for tuning into this show, the 716 Sports Blizzard podcast. And go Bandits.
Go Bandits. Go Bills as well.
Go Bills.